Feather, yes. Birds of a feather tend to flock together. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Jam Grandma, thinking about birds today because our idiom is birds of a feather flock together. Now, this is of course an expression that dates back thousands of years, at least 2,000 years, and comes from the Bible. Hello, 2019, over 2,000 years, right? It's 2019, so birds of a feather flock together. What does that mean, and what's in it for us when we're growing and supersizing our business? Well, of course, it means that birds that are similar tend to flock together. They tend to be together, whether it's on the ground or in the air. Like birds tend to go together in groups. The same is true of people with common interests or common goals or common ideas. We tend to come together or congregate or be attracted to one another if we have common interests or common, goals, or if we have common ideas. So ideas and interests tend to bring people together. People that have similar interests often become friends. We become friends over sports that we have in common. We become friends over ideas or hobbies or beliefs that we have in common. And this is really good from a business owner's standpoint. And the fact that we congregate and come together means that it's easy to reach people that have common interests, who have common problems that we can solve, because problems are interests and they definitely bring us together, right? If we have a common problem, that we attract one another if we have a common problem or a common thing that we need to solve in our life. Divorced people tend to come together. People with young children tend to come together. People with teenagers tend to come together. People, whether it's through our kids or not, whether it's through our kids' interests or not. I think back to when my kids were in school and all of my friends ended up being the kids' parents who were in the same sports as my children were. It's just we go through phases in our life that are like that. Now, the cool thing about this from a business owner's standpoint, once you identify who it is that you serve and who you want to serve and who you want to work with, it's easy, especially with the internet nowadays, to find those people. If you know how to do it, if you know where people come together, it's very easy to find the people that you want to serve, the people that you're here to serve, the people that your business, whether it's a product or service, is best set up to accommodate or to want to attract as customers. And because of brands and the internet and influencers and podcasting and blogging, it's really easy to find the people that attract the people that you want to find for your business. Now, it's important to keep in mind that this coming together of birds of a feather that are alike, or people that are alike, can have either a positive or a negative effect. If you alienate someone in the group that you want to attract, if you get somebody angry, it's very easy for word to spread. So you have to guard your reputation. You have to do what's right for people, and you have to treat people fairly and correctly and right as a business owner. Or one angry person on social media can have a very negative impact on your business. That's the downside of the ease of the internet and being able to find people these days. But the upside, and if you're a good business person, if you're here to change the world, that news gets out just as fast. But keep in mind that bad news travels just as fast, probably faster than good news, especially in this day and age of technology. So just like anything else that can be, affected and used for good or evil, so can this tendency of human beings to flock together. Word of mouth is the best and also could be the worst form of advertising for an organization. So keep that in mind. But know the power of the fact that people tend to come together with like interests and like ideas. And it's easier than ever nowadays to reach those people by using the power of the internet. Again, it's always ultimately up to us to choose how we're going to react, what we're going to do, and how we're going to serve people. And we can choose to use the power of human behavior for the good of human behavior, or we can choose to use it to manipulate and harm people. I don't think that I'm probably talking to anybody that wants to manipulate or harm people, because I don't attract those type of people. And along this same line, birds of a feather flock together. There's this belief and this saying that we are the average of the 5 people that we hang around with the most, or that we're influenced by the most. And again, I say that because with the internet nowadays, it's easy to be influenced by people that you've never met. it's easy to be influenced by ideas and groups that we've never physically, interacted with or been a part of. And I mean personal one-on-one contact, been involved in. We can be very connected to a group or an organization online nowadays that we don't actually ever meet the people that are there. We talk and we have conversations and we develop relationships, but it's not the same as meeting people in person. So it doesn't have to be 5 people or 5 groups that you actually are around physically, but that you spend the most time with, that influence you the most. So it could be a podcast, it could be the news media, it could be a friend or a business acquaintance, it could be an influencer on social media, it could be a famous person that you follow and are influenced by and listen to, it could be a spiritual leader or a religious leader, it could be a politician, it could be whoever it is, it could be an author, it could be anything, it could be a blogger, it could be someone that you are influenced by. So I say, let's take a quick survey today and ask ourselves, what are the 5 things or the 5 people that influence me personally the most? And then ask the same question, what are the 5 things or people that influence my business the most? And again, it might be laws and rules and regulation for your industry. It might be the IRS, I don't know, for you. It might be a coach or mentor. It might be a peer that you, or someone that you worked for, that is someone that's had a huge influence on you in the way that you've started up and run and do your particular business. But ask yourself, who are those 5 people for me individually, or those 5 entities that influence me the most right now? Because it changes over time, it changes over our life. And do the same thing for your business. I think that it will be really insightful and that you'll learn a lot about yourself by doing that. And it's not to judge whether they're good or bad. It's just to be aware of who and what it is that's influencing you with respect to your personal life and with respect to your business, because it does have an impact on us. As much as we like to think it doesn't, it totally does. I notice that when I spend time around certain people, I notice things and behave in a certain way. And then when I spend time and hang out with other groups of people, I notice other things. And I'm talking, okay, say I spend time with my family, I notice certain things, and then I'm behaving in a certain way, versus if I spend time at a work conference or a conference that I'm interested in, or if I spend time volunteering. All of those different things will determine how I'm acting and how I'm personally behaving. And I'm just talking about me personally, but it's good for me every once in a while to step back and take a look at, how does this make me feel good? Do I want to behave in this way or not? And so I'm challenging you today to do the same thing. Just ask yourself, what am I doing? Who am I hanging out with? And am I acting like those people or am I not? Because sometimes we hang around with people just because they're fun and we don't act like them. We enjoy their company. Other times we hang around people because we're trying to grow and develop and be better human beings. And different strokes for different folks, different times of our life, we need different things. That's it. Go out, make it an awesome day. Ask yourself if you are a bird today of a feather and you're flocking together with people that are like you, or if you are the odd duck in the group. Bye. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.